I would love Mr. Johnson to disavow, because by the way, I will disavow the defund the police movement. I've never called for it. I believe, just as President Biden believes when he addressed Congress, that we should fund the police. But Mr. Johnson, will you disavow your colleague, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who tweets out and makes money off of a defund the FBI movement? Because they're police too. They protect us too. But I don't think you will. I think you're going to sit silent, and your silence, by the way, is complicity. I yield back.
Gentlelady yields back. The gentleman from Virginia is recognized.
Yield to the gentleman from Arizona.
I thank the gentleman for yielding. Appreciate the backpedaling at an alarming rate from the other side. Watch out, you might fall over backwards. We have a video to play. I think this will provide some visual summation, please.
The police has to happen. We need to defund the police.
Mayor Eric Garcetti saying take some of the money from policing, about $150 million.
I applaud Eric Garcetti for doing what he's done.
But we need to completely dismantle the Minneapolis Police Department.
It is outdated. It is wrong-headed thinking to think that the only way you're going to get communities to be safe is to put more police officers on the street.
So yes, defund your butts. Defund you.
Yes, I support the reallocation of resources from NYPD.
We will be moving funding from the NYPD.
Yes, I support the defund movement. I'm for responsible reallocation of resources.
And defund the police.
I think you do all those other things, you don't need all the money that's going to the police department. So yeah, I mean, the spirit of it, I do support that.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of us were asked if we could imagine a future without police back in 2017 when we were running for office. And I answered yes to that question.
We are going to reduce funding in the police department and redirect that money.
We propose to redirect over $7 million from the police bureau.
The police department here in Minneapolis needs to be dismantled, and we need to start anew.
In some necessary cases, completely dismantling those police forces.
Police departments are taking a sizable amount of the budget of a lot of municipalities and other entities. We need to look at those budgets, pull some of the money back.
But we talk about defunding the police, defunding the Pentagon.
My push is that we defund our police departments.
Defunding police means defunding police. If these reports are accurate, then these proposed cuts to the NYPD budget are a disingenuous illusion. This is not a victory. The freshman Democrat adding the fight to defund policing will continue.
Mr. Chairman, I also have several articles that I would like to submit for the record. Instead of reading all the titles, I'll just provide those to you if that's okay.
You know, Swalwell thinks he's being like so slick, right? So cool and so like gotcha. When he says, you know, Marjorie is declaring defund the FBI, and he says, but they were all against defunding the police, as if what Marjorie is saying for defunding the FBI and what specifically how she wants to do that is the exact same as all the Democrats for starting in 2020, that's when it all started, saying they want to defund the police. That video was like spot on. I mean, it just captured every single person who was in support of defunding the police, to include the vice president. And they're calling for dismantling it, destroying it, you know, just taking the money out of it. It was almost like their attitude in defunding the police was like just get rid of it. Yeah, some of them said like a time where we have no policing. I mean, let's fast forward. This all started in 2020 to now 2023. How crazy it's gotten from those cities who have defunded the police, who are no longer supporting the police, and the police departments who have left, retired early, and all the crime that's going up, and the DAs within the state are not even keeping people behind bars. I mean, this is what they want, right? When Marjorie's talking about defunding the FBI, she goes in specifically what she's talking about. And she's talking about defunding, I forgot the person's name, who has the investigation going against Trump, who's the leading candidate right now in the election for president for 2024. She's calling to stop that from happening, to take those funds away, because that's election interference. That's weaponizing of power. That's specific to the area of FBI that is destroying and abusing power. It's not the same, Mr. Swalwell, as the Democrats for years saying to defund the police, and how they want to do it, why they want to do it, and how most of them want to see a time where we have no policing. Well, I mean, look at the world as it is right now. That's almost a time with almost no policing.